Today I'm going to show you some beginner tips to printing with Botanicals. If this sounds like it's for you, then please keep watching. In today's video, I'm going to be using this 5x7 gel press printing plate, and I use this SD roller. Before you start gel printing, it's a good idea to start getting ready. So as I'm using a gel plate that fits A5 paper, I'm just cutting up my sheets of paper ready to use. It's worth noting here that I am just using copier paper in today's video. I tend to press all my Botanicals for about 2 weeks before I use them, just between sheets of paper with a magazine on top. I just find they give a better definition when you've pressed them. So once you've got all of the bits and pieces ready, your foliage, your paper, you can start gel printing. So I'm going to use Liquitex paints today. So you just need some acrylic paints to do this. I use Liquitex. I also use some paints that I get from the range in the UK, and some Pebeo paints I also use, which I get from Hobbycraft in the UK. But most acrylic paints will work as long as they're not too watery. So you just need some acrylic paints. Now, for what I'm going to show you today, I always start with a darker colour, and you'll see why as we go on. So you want a darker colour. So I'm using this dioxazine purple, and you just want a very small amount on your plate. Just a very small amount. Just think about a pea-sized amount. So you want to spread that across your plate evenly. And what I find is that when I'm teaching gel printing, people tend to sort of do this. You just want to do long strokes across your plate. And just lightly, you don't need to press too hard. If you press lightly, then we won't get lines left behind by your rollers. And then if you have a scrap of paper to one side, you can clean off your roller by rolling it onto that piece of paper. And top tip, leave your roller upside down like that, because then it doesn't get stuck to the paper. Okay, so then you want to just place your chosen foliage onto the plate. If you can put the spine side down on the leaves, then that tends to give a better impression. And I also find that if you place the leaves so they're coming off the plate slightly, so the stem is off the edge, it's actually a lot easier to pull them off. So try not to take too long at this point, because the paint does dry quite quickly. So you don't want it to dry when you haven't finished. Okay, right, then you want your paper, which you got ready earlier. So you just want to place that down onto the plate and press down. You can just use your hands at this point to smooth down the paper. I think some people suggest that you use a roller on top of the paper. You can do that, but I tend to use my hands just because I like to get in between all the parts of the leaves. So you just press that down. It doesn't take very long, but just make sure you've done it evenly across the whole plate. Okay, then you want to pull it back. So this creates like a silhouette of the leaves that were on your plate. Like that. Okay, so you want to leave that to one side, and then what you want to do is pull all your leaves off the plate. Now, because I'm using acrylic paints, they do tend to dry relatively quickly, although I find Liquitex have give you a bit more time to work with. So you just want this to now dry onto the plate. Now, I could pull a print straight away, but what I might find is that parts of the print have already dried onto the plate. So if I was to then pull a print, I would find only parts of the leaves actually came off on the paper. So I want to get a really nice clean print. So I'm going to let the whole lot dry. And once it's dry, we're going to add another colour on top. So just be a little bit patient. It should only take a couple of minutes, but if you're a little bit impatient like me, you can use a heat gun or a hairdryer. As long as it's on a low setting and you don't hold it in one place on the plate for too long, it should be absolutely fine. But hairdryers work also. Okay. All right, so if you then touch the leaves, you should be able to find that they don't come off on your hand. Paint doesn't come off on my hands, so that means that it is dry. And also you can hold it up in the light, and if you see certain parts of the leaves are like shiny, then you'll see that that they're still wet. But you can see all of that is fully dry now. I'm just going to get that little bit off there. Okay, so then I'm going to use a light pink on top. So when you on this part of the print, you want to use a lighter color, so a contrasting lighter color, so that when you get your image it will be really clear to see. So again, you don't want very much paint, just a small amount in the middle of your plate. And sometimes what I do at this point is I'll use a different roller for my lighter colors and a different color roller for my darker colors. So I'm just going to use a different roller here. So you just again want to spread that paint out evenly across your plate. That, and then you can clean off your roller on your scrap paper. So you want a fresh piece of paper for this print, and you can just place it onto the plate. Now at this point you almost want it to stick to the plate, so that pink layer of paint that you've put on is almost acting like glue, and it will hopefully pick everything up of the purple layer as well as the pink layer. So if you just want to smooth it down, I often find that the warmth of the palm of my hands actually helps the paint to dry. So the more you smooth it, it should work. And we're going to do this in real time today, because on some of my videos I do speed things up. But you'll see in real time how long it takes to dry. And it does all depend. It depends on the country that you're in, the temperature, the humidity. I mean, I'm in the UK and it's probably about 18, 19 degrees today, so it's not too hot. Okay, when you think you may have smoothed it down enough, if you just pull the corner, you should be able to see if it's working. Now you can see here that it's leaving my plate completely clean, and that's what you're aiming for. You want it to leave it completely clean. The other top tip is to notice if your paper is starting to get wrinkled at this point, you'll know that that means you've used a little bit too much paint. So next time, don't use so much paint. There we go. So you just pull it back and it should pull everything off your image like that. Now what I'm also going to show you is then how to use your silhouette print. So a lot of people don't quite know what to do with this one, but I tend to quite like layering them up. So I'll show you what I mean. So we'll take those two to the side, and I'm going to use again a contrasting colour to the purple. So I'll use this pink again. And again, you only want a very small amount of paint on your plate. So you just spread that out across your plate evenly. There we go. And just roll off your roller to one side. Okay, so then you want to add your leaves to the plate, but you want to make sure that they're in different positions than what your first print, when you did your first print, where they were. So just placing them down just like I did the first time. I actually find the more you use leaves, as long as you look after them and keep pressing them every time, they actually start to create better images on your plate. Anyway, so you're going to take this image again and you're going to place it back down on the plate. Now you can use a placement tool, but I'm just doing it by eye here. And you just want to place it down onto the plate and smooth it down just like before. This bit doesn't take too long. Sometimes it means just a little bit smoothing down, a bit more smoothing down, just to make sure you've got between all the leaves properly. There we go. Then you pull it back, and what you should find is if you've used a paint that's a different colour or a lighter colour than the original print, what will happen is because you've placed your leaves at different positions, the white should pop through between all the leaves. I quite like that look. So that's what you can do with your silhouette prints as well. You can then take a print from what's behind. So if you pull all your leaves off, you find, because I used purple the first time, there's actually a little bit of purple mixed in on that one, which makes it a little bit interesting. And then you want this layer to dry, just like before. So I'm just going to use my heat gun to dry this off a little bit. Don't panic. Like that. Okay, and then I'm going to add a colour. So again, you want a contrasting colour. I find it doesn't work as well when you use light to dark, but we'll give it a go anyway. So you just want a little bit of paint in the middle of your plate, like so. And then you just want to roll the paint onto the plate, just evenly like this. And then clean off your roller on the scrap paper. And you want to get a piece of paper quickly before it dries and place that evenly onto your plate, like so, and smooth it down. Okay, that should be okay. A little bit longer. It can be easy to forget the edges or the corners sometimes, so just make sure I've gone down over all of them. And there we go, there's another print. So I now have 3 prints that I've created in today's session. I hope this inspires you to go away and do some gel printing, botanical gel printing for yourself. If you've enjoyed this, please like and please subscribe. I have loads of videos all about gel printing and mixed media ideas as well. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, or if you'd just like to comment, I'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like to hype me, I'd really appreciate it. It helps me to reach more people. Until next time, thank you.